Hello everybody, it's Guillotine here, and welcome to my unboxing and review of the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia Eijiro Kirishima. And yes, I know I'm very late to the party with this one. And the reason for that is because, honestly, I was not planning on getting this figure originally. I don't care about this character at all. I've never cared about this character. Don't get me wrong, I don't think he's a bad character, but I also have never been like, I really like him right now. Like, he's had his moments. The one when he first went Unbreakable mode in Season 4, that was a pretty cool moment, but that's like the only moment I can recall where this guy was ever above like a B-tier character. He's just not a character I cared about, not a character I wanted a figure of, so I wasn't gonna get him. But I was actually planning on getting out of the line completely, honestly, except for maybe like a few here and there. But then the reveals came out and they announced that they're giving us a Dobby and Uraraka. And honestly, the Dobby, I was like, okay, that's really cool. I'm gonna pick that up. But honestly, that's not enough to make me want to get all the way back into the line and go get Kirishima and finally go get All Might and all that. Then they announced Uraraka and I was like, credit card on the table. Let's go, baby. I'm 100% in. We're collecting the entire line now. Getting him, getting Aizawa. I'm getting Dobby, getting Mirko. She was just announced. Shigaraki, we'll talk about him eventually. And I'm most likely going to get him, but I have words for that Shigaraki figure that we might be talking about in this video if I can't contain myself. And then of course the Uraraka, and I do need to go back and get the All Might as well because I love My Hero Academia. So with that being said, let's jump into this. Review, and let's kick this off with something really fun. It's been a little while since I reviewed an Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia figure. Okay, Amazing Yamaguchi, I understood it's this packaging with the Tokyo Avengers figure, but why have we changed the Revoltech packaging it to this exclusively? Look at this compared to the old Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia packaging. Which of these is superior? Clear winner right here. Look at this awesome packaging. You got the name of the character, the picture of the figure, you got all these crazy colors everywhere, shows off all the accessories, just looks great on every single angle. These look so cool when you have them on your shelf just lined up. And then we have this. This is so boring. This is so boring, Amazing Yamaguchi. What the hell? I've got my freaking Amazing Yamaguchi Yusei Fudo coming out this year. My most anticipated figure of the year, of the decade. And it's gonna be in this boring ass box when I could have had an awesome box like this with crazy pictures everywhere and everything. But no, we just get stuck with this boring, bland box. Please go back to this. Please go back to this Revoltech. This is better. This is just better. But of course, the box is nothing compared to the figure, so let's jump into the review proper and take a look at the box here. We've got Eijiro Kirishima, Revoltech. We've got an awesome picture of the figure right there, and I'll be honest, even though I don't care about this I don't care about this character at all, this figure looks really awesome. On the side, we have a bunch of product shots right there of some different pictures right there. On the back, we have a ton of poses you can get him in, looking absolutely awesome. Like I said, this figure looks amazing. And then on there, we have another picture of him right there, another thing on the top, My Hero Academia. Yeah, I ain't even gonna cap, even though I don't care about this character, this figure looks top tier. I'm absolutely stoked for it. As long as he's got like no loose joints, he's probably gonna be another banger for the Amazing Yamaguchi line, and I have loved every single one of these figures so far, so let's get him open. I'm just gonna cut the tape with this just so you guys can see my epic knife right here. Oh no, I got the fucking my epic knife was too epic for this box. There we go. I will concede one thing with these new boxes. I like this. I like that like opens like that. That's cool. But that's the only thing I'll give this new box. And real quick, before we pick up Kirishima, I do want to show, I did get this off of Amiyami's eBay page, so I did get myself another Amiyami card to add to my collection. This one's very, very cute. I really like it, and there's the back right there. So very, very, very nice. Alrighty, let's pick up Mr. Nobody Cares. I'm just kidding. I know ES fans. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, he feels really, really good. All right, here we have Kirishima, aka the character that literally every single time I try and talk about with my friends, I call him Red Rocket. Here he is out of the box, and right off the bat, we've got some interest. We've got a few common occurrences with Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia figures. For one, we've got one loose joint right here. These two torso joints are a little bit loose for my liking. Not too horrible. They do retain their shape. This is about the same amount of looseness as the Todoroki, so it's not too horrible. It's workable. The legs here are a little bit strange. So as usual with the My Hero Academia Amazing Yamaguchi figures, you can't get them any closer together than this. he's like always kind of have to have his legs like out to about this way. This is a very common thing with the My Hero Academia figures. They have to be like this. You can't like get their legs any closer than this, and you certainly can't cross their legs at all. So unless you were like, I don't know, we'll look at that in a second here. But yes, another common problem with the Amazing Yamaguchi figures that I've personally accepted at this point, just kind of being a thing with these figures. But aside from those two things, honestly, already he's looking really, really, really fantastic. Like the sculpting of the character, the likeness, a little bit loose here and there, but I don't know, a little bit of Kiki's will fix that right up. And this guy does completely come apart, so giving him the Kiki treatment will be super duper easy. And I might even make a video on it. But let's get in here on the review proper here, and let's start off with the head sculpt. And it's very nice, very good. You have some really good job on the hair right here. Very, very pointy. You got his little piece right there, and the whole mask piece right there, which looks metal as fuck. Very, very cool. I will say he does have a pretty cool outfit. I will give him that. At least he's got some style points right there. Very, very cool. You can even see some shading in the hair here. You can see some darker red going into some more lighter red a little bit more. You can see kind of on the bottom, it's kind of a darker red going into a bit more of a lighter red right there. Very cool. The eyes look very, very good. The this one looks to be looking upwards a little bit. Man, it could pass off as looking forward. It looks pretty good. I definitely think they did a good job on the head. And then moving down here, you can see this is the later Kirishima outfit. So he has the sleeves on his arms, which I don't really get the point of, because when he goes unbreakable mode, these just get ripped. So I don't understand it, but I do think that this looks better than the first outfit. So I am happy that Amazing Yamaguchi did decide to go with this, because I do think this just looks better overall. These really cool gear pieces right there, and I'm not actually sure how these are put into the figure right there. It's a ball joint, so you can see there's a ball joint going into the arm right there, so these can actually move around like that, which is pretty darn cool. I do like that a lot. And then again, very well sculpted. This little piece right here, this little sash piece looking great. It doesn't look like it actually holds anything. It's just there for style points. The little R right there for Red Rocket. I'm just kidding. It's Red Riot. It's Red Riot. I know it's Red Riot. And then you have this little skirt piece right there looking great. We got some awesome joints right here, which we'll talk about in just a second here. Yeah, overall, I think right off the bat, he's another absolute banger from the line. Some nice sculpting right here on the legs, and there's some brown for the feet right here. Really great. I love the size of him as well. We will bring in the others for a comparison in just a second here, but the size of him is absolutely great. But first, let's take a look at the articulation. So we do have a ball joint at the head right here. This is actually a very nice tightness right here on this joint right here. Well, this was actually off center. Let me see if I can get that fixed. The neck right here needs to be brought back. Oh my god, that's spicy. What if I just pop the head off real quick? Give me 1 second. There we go. Got his neck recentered right here. So yeah, you have a ball joint at the base of the neck and a ball joint at the head right there. Does he have the same, like, okay, yes, he does. He does have a little hinge right here for his hair. So you can see, you can have him look up. Not too much, but you can get a pretty good amount. About the amount that you would need, like that a normal human can get. Nah, you can get pretty higher than that. I just did it on my own. You can get a lot higher than that, but that looks pretty darn good. You got some nice tilt right there as well. And then of course, you've got a ball joint right here in the torso. These are at the moment, my biggest issue with the figure is these two joints right here. They are a little bit loose, but once again, this guy will be very, very easy to give him the Kiki's treatment, so that probably will not be a problem for much longer. But yes, you do have a ball joint right there at the base of the neck, right at the base and at the torso right there. And then the arms, the typical kind of like you have the ball joint going into the torso, going into the arm right there, so you can get a ton of movement, a little bit of butterfly right there, looking absolutely awesome. You can get a full, you can obviously rotate all around 90-degree bend, actually a little bit over 90-degree bend of elbow. Very, very, very nice. And then the hand right here, you've got a little bit of this way, a little bit of that way, and of course you can like swivel this around so you can get any form of movement that you want. So if you want to get some up and down instead of side to side, there you go. Very, very easy to do. Very, very nice. And then moving down to the leg section right here, of course you have these really nice pieces on the joints right here for his little skirt pieces right here. It's just on a typical like normal Amazing Yamaguchi joint right there, so you can just like move that up and down. You can rotate it, have them flaring out all the way to the side right there, looking absolutely awesome. These are on ball joints, as you saw earlier, so these actually are not like the easiest to pose right there. Oh, but no, there you go. I just wasn't doing it right, so there you go. You can get some really good posability. The posability is pretty much about what you would expect from the Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia figures right there. And then we've got pretty much, this guy poses almost exactly the same as the Todoroki, like straight up. He poses pretty much the exact same as the Todoroki, which is very, very good. And then the feet, you get a little bit up, a little bit of down, a little bit of ankle pivot, and a little bit of toe joint right there. So there you have that. All right, let's jump into some comparisons here. So far, in my opinion, he's absolutely awesome. All right, so let's start off by bringing in his bestie right here, Bakugo, and they look really great together. I think I heard some people saying that the scale was off here. I don't know what people are talking about. This looks perfect to me. Bakugo was always the big guy. He's got to be so much bigger than everybody else, and they look great together. In my opinion, they look great together. If the scale is actually off, then I guess it's off. But for me, as someone who like doesn't care that much about this character anyway, and just wants him to complete the set, I'm happy with this. I think they look great together. Like look at the faces right there. They're about the same size. That's a really good way to gauge. Well, I don't know. Bakugo's might be a little bit bigger width-wise compared to Kirishima's right there, but still perfectly acceptable, I think. Oh. These figures always did have a problem with staying together all the time, but that's okay. I personally love the amazing Yamaguchi figures. I think they are absolutely awesome. I think they do a great job on these, and I cannot wait for the Yusei they have coming out this year. So yeah, in my opinion, he looks great with Bakugo, and then I'm also going to push him back and bring in my personal favorite of the line, the Todoroki right here. This one has always been my favorite. I just think he's the most satisfying one to pose. And yeah, again, they look great together, and let's go, of course, go get Deku to finish up our current Class 1A lineup. And how wonderful is this? I cannot wait for Uraraka. Oh my god, I cannot wait for Uraraka. And Rebel Tech, if you're listening, since you're going so crazy on this line right now, let's get Momo Yagirozu, let's get Tsuyu Asui, Genki Kaminari would be awesome. I like the tape guy a lot. He would be fun. What's his name? Seno? Is that his name? I forget his name. Sero, that's his name. Freaking Dupla Arms guy, that guy is really cool. We can get him. There's so many more Class 1A characters I would love. Please don't just go all pros from here on out. I really would love some more 1A characters. At least give us Momo Yaoyorozu and Kyokujiro. I love Kyokujiro. Please give us her. And this one is just a personal request from me. Give us Nejire Hado, please. I love Nejire so much. Please give us Nejire Hado. They're going to, you guys think I'm asking for a lot right now, but dude, they have announced like 4 figures in this line within the past like month. So they're going crazy on this line right now. So if they're going to go crazy, I'm going to give them suggestions. These all look amazing together. I cannot say it loud enough. I love this line. Alrighty, and now for the pros, here he is with the Hawks and the Endeavor right here. So there you have him with some pros as well. Again, I think he looks absolutely perfect. Can't say it loud enough. Definitely gonna have to go back and get All Might. We've got Aizawa coming, and we also have Mirko confirmed. So we're gonna be getting plenty of pros as well. So yeah, this is just awesome. This is awesome. I'm a fan of this series. I love these figures. Yeah, this is really, really great. These figures all look so great, and I love what Amazing Yamaguchi does. I know people like to give them shit. Honestly, like, unboxing this figure, I have so little issues with this. I just think he is awesome, and we haven't even gotten to my favorite part yet, which is the accessories. So far, he's a home run. But real quick, just to compare him with some other lines, here he also is with the Figma Denji and the Super Action Statues Giorno Giovanna right there. Just so you can see how he scales with some other line, and I think it works. If you need to use him for other lines, I think it works. Alrighty, it's time for my favorite part of the review, the accessories. Alright, let's start small and go big. Also, I apologize if you can hear my cat throughout this whole video. Hopefully you guys think cats are cute like I do. Here is the first thing we get here. We get some alternate hands for him. Looks like we get some relaxed hands for him. Oh, look at this. They put them on the freaking... I literally asked for this in one of my Amazing Yamaguchi reviews. I literally asked them to do this, to put it on a little sprue right here, to keep... Oh my god. Oh my god. Did they listen to me? This is insane right now. I thought this was like a sprue. I thought I was gonna have to clip these off. These are meant to go on and back off like a Figma sprue. I literally asked them to do this in one of my Amazing Yamaguchi reviews. Holy shit. Oh my god. Well, you guys are very much welcome for making this happen. I'm sure I didn't actually make it happen, but I'm gonna pretend like I did. This is awesome though, because one of the only problems with these figures is that they're so difficult to change the hands on. That won't be a problem anymore now, because this thing will keep the hands from shrinking, the holes from shrinking in the hands. So this is perfect. This is amazing. So we've got some relaxed hands right here. We've also got some grabby hands right here. And let's just test it. Let's just see how easy it is to switch the hand. So it came off pretty easily. And we'll switch it with a relaxed hand right here. And boom, you guys are welcome. And then you just take this one, put it right back on there. Wow, that's awesome. And then you get these as well, which we'll talk about in just a second here. But first off, we get an alternate face right here, a little bit of a happy Kirishima right there. All like, nobody cares, and I don't care. Nobody cares about me, and I'm cool with that. Let's just pop. Again, I know he has fans. I'm just not one of them. And let's just take a look at this face right here. So pop this on. Again, the hair is very, very spiky, so be very careful with that. Holy moly, that's spiky as hell. Jesus, it might be the spikiest one yet. Holy moly. You're definitely gonna need some protection, like a cloth or something when you're switching this out. Holy moly. That's really cool though, that the whole like faceplate comes off. I actually really like that. And then we just pop that back on. And there you go. Oh, I like that face sculpt. I might even have him displayed like that. That looks really, really good. I really like that face sculpt. So yeah, you get that. And I think that's gonna do it for all of the basic Kirishima accessories. Now we get into the exciting stuff. So, with the amazing Yamaguchi Kirishima, you get an entire alternate torso of him in unbreakable mode. So this is him going full on with his quirk. You can see the sleeves are completely ripped right here. This is an entire torso. Unfortunately though, you don't just get to swap the torso. You have to take this torso apart and then rebuild it on him. So what you've got to do here is, oh man, okay, so we got to pop his head off first. We just got to pop that off the ball joint. Okay, I guess that works. And then we have to pop, I guess we just got to start ripping him apart, huh? Yep. Just rip that off. Rip that off. And then the torso right here, this should split in the middle. Right there. And then we also get this part. Also in the middle. There we go. Kind of difficult to get that out, but just pop that out, and that's gonna be the top half. Now, you can literally do any one you want. So if you just wanna give him like one arm, you just pop off one arm, give him one arm. You can do whatever you want with it. If you just wanna give him the head, pop off the head, give him the head. Same thing. But you can't just pop this on. This joint is not the same as this. I saw this in someone else's reviews, and they complained about it, but I'm not gonna complain about it. I don't think it's worth complaining about. It's just, you just can't be lazy. You just have to get up and actually want to change everything out. So we'll just pop off this as well. And, ooh, that's a little bit. Maybe you have to pop the torso off. Okay, yeah. See how easy this will be to fix with some kikis? That'll be child's play to fix with kikis. So we just pop all this apart. Just like this. And now we rip him apart at here, and we just start putting him together back on this right here. So we'll pop the arms off. Those are really easy to pop off. I really like that. And then the head right here, and these are even spikier. Holy moly. Again, I am not kidding when I say this. Get a cloth so you don't like stab your hands. Like, that's crazy. Surely they've got some kind of like warning on this figure. Like, do not, that is an insanely sharp piece. Like, these things are actually weapons. And then pop apart this right here. There we go. It's like a puzzle. You get a puzzle with your figure. There we go. Almost went flying across the room there. And then same thing right here. Pop these apart. Okay, so the reason you have to take him apart and you can't just change it is because this is not actually a torso joint. There's no ball joint right here. This does not move. So this is just like a sprue piece for all these accessories. This is not an interchangeable torso, and this does not go on here. This joint is too small to pop on there. So again, it's just some work. You just got to do some work and then just pop that off. Okay, so we'll put this aside, and now we have this. So this is for the torso right here, and now we get to put him back together here. So looks like we've got this right here. Then this looks like the back half for the top, which we probably want to put this on first. Okay, like this. Nope, backwards. Okay. There we go. And then this piece right here. So yeah, you get a puzzle. You get a puzzle with your figure. Which I think that's kind of fun. Like, look at that. You're going to tell me that's not fun? That's hella fun. And then this piece right here. There we go. I will concede, it would have been nice if they could have just threw in another torso piece. Like, would that really have costed them that much to just make it another torso piece instead of having to rip him apart and all this stuff? But I honestly think this is kind of fun. Oh, look, you can even take this piece off. And can you plug this back in anywhere? I guess you can. I guess this one's only for this torso piece. So you can't have the sash on in unbreakable mode. So we'll just stick that back on there, set that off to the side. And then we get this right there. You literally get a little puzzle. Oh my god, that is gonna be hell. Give me a second. It actually wasn't that bad. You just, get a cloth so you don't stab yourself. We're almost done here. We just gotta pop on the arm on this side. Just goes right into that peg. Super easy. And that right there. And then we just pop the torso on. Pop it back on. Pop it back on. Run it or I'll break it off. And there you go, after a ton of time and work that you probably shouldn't have to do, there you have Kirishima in his unbreakable mode. Very, very cool. And once again, I reiterate, you can literally change any of these. Like, you can just pop off one arm, give him a basic arm right there if you want to. You can pop off one of the torso pieces and just give him one of those. Oh, looks like, oh my god, you even have to change the arms. These aren't even, oh no, they are. They're just not, hang on, one sec. Yeah, don't worry. These are arms. These are actually arms. So you're good there. So yeah, you can just change one of those, or you can just change the head, or if you want to, you can change any single one of the pieces into the unbreakable mode right there. So you can either have him full unbreakable, you can either have him not unbreakable, or you could have him just a little bit unbreakable, have him just with a few pieces on. So tons of customizability and tons of potential for poses, accessories, everything. And then last but not least, you get some alternate unbreakable accessories as well. You get the arms right here, so you can pop off the arms, and these are just come right here, and then you just pop these on. So instead of fists, you get open hands right there. So you can have crazier poses like that as well, which is really cool. Man, this guy is awesome. Straight up. He's awesome. Amazing figure right here. Well done, amazing Yamaguchi. I'm so glad I didn't pass on this. Holy hell. But last but not least, we also get this face right here. And I do believe, so these are the unbreakable faces. So you get an angry face right here. And with these unbreakable faces, you do get eye switching gimmick. So you're like, yeah, I'm not a fan of the eye switching gimmick. I will never use these. I'm not going to show this on camera because it's a massive pain in the ass. I would say it's even bigger pain in the ass than changing the torso out. Use these if you want to. These are not for me. Amazing Yamaguchi, I love you. I love your line, but this, you don't have to waste money on this. I'll pay less for without these. But that's just my opinion. If you like these, that's on you. I've tried multiple times to try and change the eyes out and try and make him in a pose where he's like looking off to the side right here. I've done this with my other amazing Yamaguchi figures. I can never actually make it look good to the point that I actually want to keep it like that. I always just want to keep it with the default eyes. The only things I can think of is like Deku has like the innocent eyes or the angry eyes. So you can do that, I guess, and that does work. But for him, where all of the eyes is just like looking off to a different direction, I will never use this. Well, this one's kind of cool. The one where there's no pupil, it's just all angry. That one's kind of cool. So you could maybe use that one. But the rest of these, I will never use these. But that's up to you whether you want to say that that is a good accessory or not, but I'm not a fan of it. I do really like that face though. This is really cool. Personally, I think I'm actually going to display my Kirishima without the unbreakable pieces on. Maybe a few. I might have him with a few. Like in season 1, he could only do his arms. Maybe I'll just do something like that. But there's tons of customizability. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say that word today, but I mean, I think you guys get it. I think you guys can see how awesome this figure is. So I feel confident saying that we can jump into the final thoughts now. My bad, you do get the stand as well if you need it, so there you go. I don't think you get any extra, it looks like the only extra joint you get is this one, which I think is for the cloth pieces right there. So those are the only extra joints you get. It would have been nice because I could see maybe in the future, I could maybe see these breaking, if you switch them out enough, it could happen. Probably not, as long as you're careful. It'll probably be fine. And you do get 4. You do get one with each one. So if one's breaks, you could pop off the pair from the other one and you'd be okay. But they look pretty solid. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But yeah, the only replacement piece you get is that one little peg right there. And yes, you do get the stand if you need to use it, which these figures do kind of have a hard time standing up sometimes. Not really this one. This one stands up just fine. Honestly, the only one that has a hard time standing up is Deku. He's the only one that really needs a stand. All the other ones stand up just fine. So yeah, I think with that being said, we can now get into the final thoughts. Getting into my final thoughts, oh my god, dude, I can't believe I'm about to say this. In my opinion, this is the best of the students, by far. Like, this figure is awesome, 100%, man. This character does not deserve a figure this awesome, in my opinion anyway. Again, I know he has fans, but I think that this is like giving... Like, I guess of the class 1A students that are left, that are bigger, have a bigger role, I guess he's probably next, aside from Uraraka, but... Like, this dude just never, ever, ever, like, manages to make me be like, man, I like him. He's cool. I just always am just like, rock guy. Mina Ashido, that would be another awesome one. Oh, and Invisible Girl, Toru Hagakure, she would be awesome as well. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about this figure. I think he's amazing. I think he's awesome. I think Amazing Yamaguchi knocked it out of the park once again. Yet another incredible, incredible figure from the Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia line. I love that they took they took advice from the fans and gave us this sprue for the hands, so we don't have to worry about the hands, changing out the hands being obnoxious anymore. I love all the unbreakable pieces. Yeah, everything about this figure is awesome. If you love this line, if you love this character, if you love My Hero Academia, get him. You're not going to be disappointed whatsoever. S+. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe give me a like and subscribe for some more Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia reviews in the future, like the Aizawa. I do need to go back and get the All Might because he's the only one that I don't have yet. So I do need to get him. I will try and get that before the Aizawa comes out. And then we have Dabi, Uraraka, and Mirko, and technically Shigaraki to look forward to as well. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching the video. And this is DK Guillotine, signing out.